Captain my class in charge, and all my dear friends. A very good morning to all of you.
Very great morning, Aman.
Myself Aman from class 9C grade, and today I am here for math concept on my topic tissue, which is related to our subject science. Chapter number 6, that is tissue. So what do you mean by tissue? A tissue is a group of one or more cells. A tissue is a group of more than one cell that are common in features, and specialized from a particular function. Now tissue is categorized into two parts. First one is plant tissue. What do you mean by plant tissue? Plants are stationary, they do not move at all. Most of the tissue in plant are dead because the dead cell give the better mechanical strength. Mechanical strength to the plants. Now we will move to second part, that is animal tissue. Animals move here and there in the search of food and shelter. Most of the tissue in animals are living. So we will move further to the classification of plant tissue. Now we will move further to plant tissue. Plant tissue are categorized into two parts: meristematic tissue. And second one is permanent tissue. Meristematic tissue are those tissue that have dividing cell. They have dividing cell and they can divide throughout their life. They are known as meristematic tissue. Now permanent tissue. Some meristematic tissue lost the ability to divide, then they became permanent. And the process of taking permanent shape and size is known as differentiation. Now we will discuss meristematic tissue in detail. Meristematic tissue. They are divided into three parts. First one is apical meristem. Apical meristem. It is found on the growing tip of the root and the stem, and it is responsible for increasing the length of the plant. Second one is lateral meristem. Lateral meristem. It is responsible for the increasing the gap between the trunk region. And the third one is intercalary. Now intercalary meristem. It is found at the internodes. And responsible for growing of flower and fruits. Now we will discuss about the diagram of meristematic tissue types. It is the growing tip of a root and stem, and here is my apical meristem is here. And it is responsible for increasing the length of the plant. And here are the internodes present. Internodes are present here, and they are responsible for growing of leaves. These are the internodes, and it is responsible for increasing the width of intercalary. And it is the trunk region. Here lateral meristem is here. This is responsible for increasing the trunk region. Now we will discuss about permanent tissue. Permanent tissue. Permanent tissue is divided into four types. First one is parenchyma tissue. it is responsible for storage. It is responsible for storage. It stores various biochemical and the proteins like amino acid. Second one is colon chyma. Colon chyma is responsible for increasing the flexibility of the plant. For flexibility. And here are living cell present, but there are thick cell wall. Third one is scaren chyma tissue. Scaren chyma tissue. Scaren chyma tissue. In scaren chyma tissue, the cell are dead, and the cell wall is thick due to the lignin. The fourth one is protective tissue. Protective tissue. It is found at the outer covering of the plant. And it protects the plant from injury, germs, and the entry of the pathogens. Now we will move further to animal tissue. Now we will discuss about animal tissue. Animal tissue are categorized into 4 types. First one is muscular tissue. Muscular tissue is the tissue that helps us to walk and do the various activities. Help us to walk. For example, I am walking with the help of muscular tissue. So it is basically used for movement in our body. They have a protein known as contractile that helps in contraction and relaxation. Second one is epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue is the tissue that surrounds the internal organs and our body and the internal organs, and it helps in the protection of our body. Third one is connective tissue. It is used to connect the two bones and the other parts of the body. It is used to connect any two parts of the body. It acts as a link between the various body organs in our body. So this was all for the day. I hope that you like it. Thank you and have a nice day.